Hi, good afternoon. It's been a very wonderful Sunday with me out here. My name is Nesby Kamatman. So, has it been with you and your family as well? It's good to know you're there. Just trying to see if I can show some question of some people that are interested in to catch you up. Or do I really say some kind of a thought-provoking question? Let me ask you a question because you want to make it this way. Do you really believe you have a dream? Or do you really believe that there is a cause or maybe a purpose you were created for in this life? Or are you just one of a number of statistics, of people that are just trying to eke out a living as they live away that through the storms of life? Maybe probably waiting for the day, nature will cause them back home. It's quite unfortunate and surprisingly that a lot of people don't really understand Hebrew. We were created for a purpose. Some don't really understand if they have a dream. Some are just contemplating they do. Some hardly believe in themselves. Maybe because of one or two things they've heard about themselves. Maybe because of one or two failures they've encountered in life. But I think failure is not the end of the road. It's just a bend and that is redirecting you to in the face of life only when you're ready to learn from the profiting lesson it has to offer you. But the question is, what were you created for? What are you actually representing on earth? Are you representing a purpose or a destiny? Do you actually have a dream that can convince the world that you'll be able to put it, to its physical reality? So people have dreams, but they don't know how to go about bringing it to a live bed. Some people have dreams just like a steel bed. Their dream, and in the process of trying to push it out, they experience a steel bed. Some do it successfully. It's all about believing in yourself, especially where nobody does, and that is what makes you a winner right there. That is how life is. But if you ask you what's the difference between like a purpose and a passion, I think in my own understanding, purpose has to do with the reason why you're doing something. Passion is actually what you do. So when passion and purpose courageously come together, I think they give birth to a dream. That simply means that purpose is for others. Passion is for you. That actually reminds me of one of my colleagues some time ago in the year 2012. That was when I was still serving as an NYC member in Enugu State some time ago. I think one of my closest friends just came secretly to me and very confidently and told me, Nesby, there is something I actually want to ask you that has been bothering me over years now. I said, what's the problem? He said, I've been confused for a very long time now. Even as a graduate, even as a core member, I don't really know what I was created to do in this life. So, can you help me? I said, it's as simple as ABC. It was just like looking at me amazingly. To his own surprise, I said, it's easy. All right, just calm down your nerve. Let me see what I can do for you. I said, what is this thing that actually gives you that sense of fulfillment? What exactly really makes you feel complete, gives you that, divine contentment? He wasn't still understanding me. Then I told him, okay, like, what exactly have you been able to discover about yourself that if actually they want to offer you all the monies in the whole wide world, for you to trade for it, you will say no to it? He wasn't still able to catch up his mind based on this very subject. So I left him with one of my books that has to do with discovery of purpose and destiny. I tell him to go through it and peruse the book and give it back to me in a week's time. And that was just what I'm trying to say in essence is that a lot of people, it's not all about being to school. Some people you can even go to school and ascend that academic ladder to maybe to the level of a professorship, yet you still feel this divine discontentment because you've not been able to discover the purpose in life. You've got to be purpose driven and stay focused and be courageous. And that courage in you is the fuel that is going to, ignite your passion right there. And when your passion is ignited, it will be driven into positive, progressive action. That even when you are going maybe on your peregrination for the discovery of your destiny, as the road will become so rough and wild, and even when situations of new realities are trying to beat you, buffet you, batter you, and even sometimes point an index finger to you, trying to show you reasons why you should stop halfway on the journey, or maybe probably you should just quit. It is courage that will keep you going. It is the power of courage in you that will tell you, no, whatever has happened to me did not come from my own destruction. It came only as an instructor. That is why life, people see it differently. There is how life will happen to you, and you see it as an instructor. That means life is your teacher in that way. But there is how life will happen to you, and you see it as an undertaker. That means life is just your tormentor that way. But to me, I see life as a teacher. It has taught me so many lessons. Like most of my books I've written so far, like the one I'm on now is on the title Courage. It takes someone with courage, it takes the power of courage for you to be able to live through and to live and weather through the storms of life in search of purpose and destiny without giving up. So you'll be able to identify with that very particular destiny that is attached to your purpose. So you'll be able to know the essence or the essence of your existence in all its quirks and quiddities. So you'll be able to solve humans' problems. We are created to solve problems. Problems are not here on earth because they are to destroy us. They are here because God puts us here on earth to handle problems and situations. So your ability to handle a problem, to solve this problem, you meet people's need to answer to their quest for meaningful living. That is what is going to announce your greatness. A friend of mine once told me greatness is within. I listened to him, I accepted it with him, but greatness can't just lie within and just be left dormant. And you expect yourself to be announced or be recognized for greatness. Greatness is attached to service. There is a price to pay for your greatness to be announced. When your service is meaningful, with a positive difference in the life of people, you are bound to be announced for your greatness as you be recognized based on the service you've been able to identify yourself with and render to the world and to the universe of humanity in solving people's problems correspondingly with your area of gifting. So we all have our own purpose, we all have our own passion. It's for you to discover your purpose, link it up with your passion. Honestly speaking, you'll be able to create yourself a home in the universe of humanity. It's quite unfortunate and surprisingly that a lot of people have come to this life. So many people under the sun, whether past or present, living or maybe once gone, they have come and gone without discovering purpose. A lot of people came and gone and died empty. Excuse me.